top of the morning to you, beautiful early risers. Welcome. It's the most anticipated Friday edition of the show.
As you know, there's always something special to look forward to every single day. And today, we have an amazing array of content lined up just for you.
We do, of course, get ready for an exciting, exhilarating, interesting 3-hour ride on your #1 numero uno family breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. We're here to give you that lift to usher you smoothly into the weekend.
Yeah.
Now, of course, thank you for joining us. I am Mesikenor.
And I'm Titi Oyinsan. Now, speaking of lifts, Emem is lifting my spirits with that look today. Goodness me.
I decided to puff it up this Friday morning for you all.
Wow-woo.
Fill in my puffy sleeves.
Loving it.
So what's the style? What's the style you're on? What's the
okay,
dress
this
style?
is called exaggerated sleeves.
Exaggerate? No, that's
Yeah.
too much English. Babe.
Yes,
Give
it
us
is.
the streets. If you go to some tailors and tell them exaggerated sleeves, babe, you might leave them with singlets.
Okay, you tell them you want a puffed up sleeve.
Puff
you know,
sleeve.
you need to make a statement when you enter into an arena. You know, they have to feel you.
Yes, sir.
How are you guys doing this morning?
We're good.
We're
Now, puffed
good,
up,
we're
that's
good,
still plenty
we're
English,
good,
but hey, come
we're
on. Don't forget to leave the home with, don't leave without your face mask, of course,
Yeah,
and
of
your
course.
sanitizer. The government has told us that, of course, our safety is in our own hands.
It always has been in our hands,
Good.
really.
True.
You know, but we're just being reminded by the government. Speaking of reminding, I just had to remind myself that today is Friday and dressed down today. I just pulled on these dungarees.
Or apply to
and,
a three-piece suit.
Honestly, I had a mad outfit, and I looked at this man and said, you know what, nah, and I just did. Yeah. So it's that kind of day where we want you to feel laid back and relaxed. We want you to chill with us. Just tune to tvcentertainment.tv. That's our website. If you need to move around, you can stream live there. Or you can stream live on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Remember, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC if you want to interact with us, to comment with us, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That way we can sort out your comment easily. Now, of course, our app also is available. Download the app and you can also watch us anywhere around the world.
You know the app is free, so almost no cost. Yeah,
It is.
almost no cost.
It is.
We have some really exciting videos for you to see. All you need to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, TVC Entertainment. Make sure you click that notifications bell so that as soon as our next video drops, you get to
Hot
see
videos,
it.
hot
Yes,
videos,
sir.
hot videos. Of course, join us today. It's going to be a big one. Friday today, 2:30 p.m. We'll have Yvonne Jegede live on our Wake Up Nigeria Extra. That's going to be on Instagram. You don't want to miss it. We'll have more time. Now, one advantage is that it's 3 times the normal time of our interview, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll talk to her, everything. You don't want to miss today's edition.
So what else do we have in store for you on the show today? Being a Friday, we have to make sure we start it the right way with some wise words.
Words of wisdom. Do you
Chude.
have any words of wisdom?
Not at this point,
Don't
but
leave
I'll
me,
leave that
don't
to
leave
Chude.
me.
Oh, yeah.
How you guys been? I want to feel you guys. It's been a while. It's been a while. How you been? How you
Just
been?
being the only guy amongst women, have you?
No, not that. Like,
Not
no,
that.
as in personally. No, it's been a while they felt us. How you guys been personally?
I've been good. I've been good. I feel like, you know, we're the blessed ones to actually be able to have hands-on knowledge about what's happening around the world. You know, some people feel out of touch because they're in their homes. They're not moving around as much as they used to.
They used to, yeah.
They're not going to entertainment centers. They're not
Yeah.
going to shopping malls as much as they used to. Stuff like that. But we still have to move around because of our job. So
True.
I think that's, you know, one of the advantages
Some
of
sort of
being
a
in the
blessing.
media.
Yeah. You? How you? How have you been?
I'm well.
Okay.
I'm well. I just realized lately that one of the highlights of my days is getting home to my girls.
Oh.
See, there's nothing like family, man.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling the truth, Actually, personally, I miss family. So family is, I'm not in a family house where, so I grew up with aunties, uncles, and cousins always around. So it was quite a very big house. So at almost every point in time, average you see like 13, 14 people around. So I always had family. There was always family, one auntie, one uncle. So I grew up in that kind of setting. So now coming, being at this point in time where, I'm more or less like no more with friends and all that. So what happened was that because of this period, you know, we understand how, it's not like I've not known, but it's like it's reiterated to me how important family is. So I personally miss family. Like when I mean family, I mean immediate family that's large. Like that kind of, hey, aunties, uncle, cousins, and all that.
Good morning.
Group I do miss that.
Meals, I guess. A lot of group meals happen whenever there are large families.
So that's why I never got into the kitchen, because there are always ladies around. So I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't take it out of my mom or anybody, but hey, the guys are not allowed. So there was, I mean, when you had like 6, 7, 8 ladies around. So like, hey, what are you doing in the kitchen? Okay. So we're in the kitchen like, we're not in the kitchen.
So I know that in some homes it was like, if you see a guy in the kitchen, it's because he's coming to steal the meat or something. That he's not coming to cook. So that's why they chase the guy from the kitchen. Or maybe you've just fried fresh plantain. You know how it is when it's hot? The smell would have called all the guys from the room. And then you just see them in the kitchen.
My husband always does
rough-necking. Like, where is that plantain?
Every single time.
Okay.
He'll come to want to pick out something.
All right, we'll talk more about this. Of course, remember social media, but hey, it's time for the news now, and Titi has us on that one.
Condolence messages have begun to pour in over the death of former governor of Oyo State, Abiola Ajimobi. The former Nigerian senator who finished his second term as Oyo State governor last year died on Thursday at a private hospital in Lagos after spending weeks in intensive care for coronavirus complications, according to Akin Alabi, a federal lawmaker and political associate of the former governor. Mr. Ajimobi's passing came a week after he was rumored to have died at the same private hospital. That rumor turned out to be false. He was first hospitalized in early June after contracting the deadly virus that has now sickened millions and claimed nearly 500,000 lives around the world. Since the news broke, Nigerians have been shocked to hear about the story of a love story gone wrong. TVC News gained access to the house where the lovers lived in Lagos. Senior correspondent Ivy Kanu reports.
It was a big story that we wanted to get all angles, but we met a brick wall. Our efforts to gain access to the Victory Park finally paid off. As we approached the gate, we were apprehensive and uncertain at what we will meet. We finally arrived number 16A, Road 5, Victory Estate residence of Chris Ndukwe. Though the police have taken their samples for forensic evaluation, they didn't take anything to chance, as they advised that our bodies or hands must not touch anything. It was a frightening experience. This is what is left in the living room to show the partners once lived here. His shoes, a telephone, a plate which is a sign that a baby was fed here on that fateful day. The air was tensed and terrifying as we were led upstairs. Behind me is the room where it all ended for Chris Ndukwe and Olamide Ali that night. Now is the first time that any crew is allowed into the building where this happened. And the police have made it clear to us we cannot go beyond this particular place. But my cameraman will try to get some shots from where we are. The homicide section of the Nigerian police have taken over this crime scene. Good. This man who lives in the estate tells us his encounter with Mr. Ndukwe.
I don't know the kind of person he is, but I know him as a new resident in this estate. The day I met him was the day he said he would not allow the late wife, to enter as his wife. We told him we don't know his wife. He should come and introduce his wife to us so that they can be granted access anytime she enters. Yes, that was about 3 weeks ago. And as soon as he does that, we don't want to go the kind of marriage they are involved. We accepted that the woman is his wife.
The Commissioner of Police, Hakeem Odubosu, says investigation is ongoing.
From the information I had now, they have been having series of matrimonial issues, long time. And that was why even the woman only came for the weekend with the kids that day. She was never with him. So he lived alone and the woman lived somewhere in Oba. And you now came now with her younger sister now with the kids that come and be with their father, not knowing fully well that he had a he had a plan.
Chris Ndukwe, we learnt, was from Onoji in Anambra State, and his relationship with Olamide Ali was off and on, with some breaks lasting over a year. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.
And that's it on the news update for this hour. Let's take a quick break now, and we'll return with sports. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mike.
It's about time for us to see what's on the covers of the newspapers this morning. And we started something yesterday where we read out the entire date. So today is Friday, June 26th, 2020. On the cover of the Guardian newspaper here, it says, APC may disintegrate. Buhari warns, sacks NWC. How Buni governors outplayed Tinubu. Presidency explains national leaders' absence. INEC blasts lawyers over conflicting court orders. And party chieftains, others hail committee's dissolution. Court okays Ize-Iyamu's membership as hundreds dump party for PDP. Story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 6. Still on the cover here below the photo story, it says COVID-19 disruptions may rise, or rather may raise cancer, HIV, TB cases, deaths globally. Oyo ex-governor Abiola Ajimobi dies at 70. Lagos APC mourns. Federal government delighted as Ghana offers to rebuild diplomatic structure. Gunmen kill police officer, 7 civilians in Katsina Plateau. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
And now on the cover of the Punch newspaper, we have Oshomole-backed NWC. There's Buhari, says NEC meeting illegal. APC picks Yobe governor as caretaker head, Oyetola Nnamani, others as members. We are consulting our lawyers, stakeholders on next line of action, sacked ESCO. And decisions not meant to whittle down Tinubu's influence, says caretaker panel chair. And you can find that on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. And here we have Nigeria faces worst recession in 40 years, says Wema Bank. And Balarabe's troops served as escorts for Wadume, says Hamisus kinsman. Also here we have a story on Hushpuppi. Gang defrauded 1,926,400 persons, raked in 168 billion naira. And that's coming in from the Dubai police. Ajimobi loses COVID-19 battle at 70. Buhari and others mourn. And you can find that on page 43 of the Punch newspaper. And also here we have flight resumption. Air Peace flies 25 empty planes to Abuja. Others. And here we have police squeeze the bench over rape allegation. And that's about time. And here we have Edo PDP primary. Obaseki returned unopposed, faces Ize-Iyamu in September poll. And here we have a photo story of a charitable organization distributing palliatives to physically challenged persons at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. And all of that you can find here at The Punch.
Moving on to the Vanguard as quickly as possible. It says here, APC crisis, why Buhari moved against Oshomole. NEC dissolves NWC. Yobe Governor Maibuni, now caretaker convention committee chair. More about that on page 5. On Edo, Obaseki emerges PDP candidate to face Ize-Iyamu. Nigeria faces worst recession in 4 decades, according to the World Bank. APC writes INEC fixes Ondo governorship primary for July 20th. Ghana pledges to restore Nigeria's diplomatic property to original state. Page 8 has more on that. And on COVID-19, federal government mulls another lockdown as cases rise. That's what we have on the cover of the Vanguard.
And on the cover of the Nation newspaper, we have APC NWC, how Buhari ambushed NEC members. President's proposals endorsed without room for debates. Sacked National ESCO members, more legal option. And on page 25 of the paper, we have 17 banks to restructure over 32,000 loans. And here is a picture of Oyo Governor Ajimobi dies at 70. Buhari governors, others mourn ex-Oyo Governor. Tinubu pays tributes. And up here we have Hushpuppi, swindled victims of 160 billion naira, scammed 1.9 million people, says police. And also here we have Obaseki is PDP candidate as Imaswangmo steps down. You can find that on page 28 of the paper. And finally, we have community policing kicks off in Lagos. 3 committees named, and all that you can find on the cover of the Nation newspaper.
I have the Nigerian Tribune here as well. It says, with dissolution of NWC, APC seeks redemption. Page 3 has more on that. Yobe Governor Buni heads caretaker committee, and it also says all cases order withdrawn from courts. We shall be guided by lawyers, says ETA, and the APC headquarters comes alive after early morning blockade. Now, it also says here, Ajimobi dies at 70. Buhari, Makinde, Tinubu, Akala, governors mourn. Oyo to fly flag at half-mast. In my family, I'm the first male to clock 70, Ajimobi once said. Now, the stories continue on pages 12, 13, and 14. Now, right at the top of the page here, it says, Dubai police say Hushpuppi gang defrauded 1,926,400 people and 6 billion naira worth of cash seized from him. Now, that is a feature you'll find on page 27. That's what we have on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
I don't know if we have time for one more paper.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, on the cover of Daily Sun this morning, COVID-19 claims another big fish. Ex-Governor Ajimobi, Fayemi, Makinde, Northern governors, others mourn. Nigeria on brink of severe recession, Wemabag warns. And also here we have end of road for Oshomole. Ex-Edo governor loses out as APC NEC dissolves NWC, appoints Yobe governor as acting chairman. We will challenge action in courts, says Oshomole supporters. And there's also a story here of how he met his Waterloo. And you can find that on page 3 and 6 of the Daily Sun. Also here we have federal government accepts Ghana's apology over embassy demolition, and that's on page 7 of the paper. And up here we have Imo government demolishes Okorocha's tunnels. And finally, we have military apologizes to Nigerians over insecurity, vows to flush out terrorists, bandits, and others. And that and so much more you can find in the Daily Sun newspaper.
That's all we have time for when it comes to the headlines and the dailies at this point. We'll take them again in the next hour, but you need to stay right there. We have a quick break and we'll be back with more.
All right. It's that time of the morning where we give you useful tips on how to get to your destination faster. And as always, we always encourage you to give us any useful information you might be privy to that will help other road users. And of course, we can do all of that on our social media platforms. Please use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. And if you're making your way, and of course, yes, I forgot to mention, Mike and Titi are in the kitchen, and of course, they'll be helping us with traffic updates across Lagos.
Definitely.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
All right, so if you are making your way out of Lagos this morning, taking the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, guess what? There is traffic, yes. Okay, so around the River Valley Estates, the Ojodu Beggar axis, there is a bit of traffic. There is traffic, not a bit. There is major traffic on that route if you're making your way out of Lagos at this time. So there are, wow, it is a bumper-to-bumper traffic, guys. It's not even smiling at all. But it lightens up as you approach the Redeemed Christian Church of God camp. And yeah, but so yeah, there is slight traffic here and there, but relatively there is traffic. And if you're making your way from Ojodu Beggar to the island, let's see what the traffic is looking like here. Okay, so there are pockets of traffic if you're making your way towards the island this morning. But as you approach Oworonshoki, it's quite light. There is no traffic, only at the bus stops. But there is actually no traffic at this time. And so let's see. Okay. So as you approach Chinatown, there is light traffic, and then a bit of traffic here and there as you approach Oworonshoki, but relatively not so serious traffic. Let's check out what the traffic situation is on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. I don't know if you guys in the kitchen have any updates for me on Twitter.
Yeah, well, not a lot of people are tweeting about the traffic situation right now. They're just tweeting about the state of the roads.
Okay.
And, you know, different potholes and things like that. And then there's the occasional, you know, broken down trailer in different places like that. And as well as developments, some new roads that are being repaired and the likes. So as of right now, not many traffic updates from us.
All right.
Mike, do you have any?
Yeah, not really.
Okay.
But,
I've
yeah,
also noticed. Okay, I've also noticed that due to the road construction happening in some parts of Lagos, there's been a lot of road rage. Guys, calm down, take it easy. We'll all get to our destination. There's no need to be in such a hurry. And if you have to be at, you know, your destination, then you leave your house on time. Don't go making things worse for everyone on the road. So yes, back to a traffic update here. And yes, so right now, if you are approaching the 3rd Mainland Bridge, there is no traffic. And that's it on traffic update. For now, let's see, what are we talking about, guys, this morning?
There's quite a bit to talk about.
This Hushpuppi is not a bit. We mentioned it. Send in your comments. There's plenty of comments. We'll talk about it. Hushpuppi, the one and only.
So there were, you know, a lot of people online call out people that don't do all these online giveaways and stuff like that. And then, you know, they make it seem like a lot of those people that don't do giveaways were now beginning to feel like, maybe they should start doing.
Is it by force?
That was always my question.
Okay, so if you've not seen it, you probably should just go on Twitter. You've seen there's a video that was released by the Dubai police. Now, in that video, it was it was put together. They put together in about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
The process of they didn't put everything, of course, in detail, but it was a process of investigating Hushpuppi and Raymond Abbas, investigating him till the point where he was arrested. It was called Operation Fox Hunt 2. So there's a Fox Hunt 1.
They watch too many action movies.
In fact, and Fox Hunt 1 still had to do with Nigerian
The Nigerians, yeah.
Wow.
So Dubai police, for them, bringing out this video is very strategic for them. They're trying to say that, look, this country is going to be safe for you, for your investment and all of that. So this is Fox Hunt 2. And boy, the details coming out of that, but this particular thing, they are shocking.
Yeah. So it was even in the papers this morning, over 1.9 million people had been defrauded in one way or another.
Yeah, almost 2 million.
And that's a lot of people. You know, that's like the population of some country.
You know, it's only in Nigerians. We are brave people. We have mind. We have liver. You are into scamming people. Yet you go on social media flaunting your wealth. And we are not just talking little designer brands. This guy wears expensive designer brands. He drives the best of the best cars.
Honestly, there's never anything out of season. It must be the latest, the flashiest, the blingiest, of everything. And, you know, I think people would actually go to his page to see what is actually the latest fashion trend at a point, you know.
You know, something about this is, and how much he was glorified. Celebrities who were taking pictures with him, people who, Baba God go make you bigger. There's something.
Did you see the one he, Senator Dino Melaye? There's a picture he took with him, and then he said, this is not a reflection of who he is.
Yeah.
The man had to put it out there.
From the whole matter.
And that's actually another reason why, you know, Daddy Free is also on trend right now. Because there was a video of him with Hushpuppi some time ago.
It was documentary. Baba got exclusive. He traveled to Dubai with his wife, and Hushpuppi hosted them. They were chopping food. They were showing him around the house, all the cows. Baba had the interview trended, and they were laughing. Hushpuppi said, "I pay my driver 700K Nigerian naira. That's more than local government councillor." And the people are laughing. All of you beefing Hushpuppi. All of you beefing Hushpuppi. Tell your father to go and work for Hushpuppi and all of that. Like, you know. So the point was that if he's a pastor, look. It's okay to have social critics or people that you know criticize, and we need those kind of people because everybody needs to be on their feet. But if you're selective in all of that, man, it's all rubbish you're doing. So when he's a pastor, Baba is jumping up. But now look at this one: 1.9 million people start giving stories. Yeah. We know people here. Ordinary. Okay, let's give an example. Someone said, My dad got duped of 10 million. He had a heart attack, and that was what killed him. Some people, when they found out they were duped, that was somewhere immediate.
Yes.
What of you? Just normal, you touch your pocket, you don't see your phone. You know how your heart is to do.
Yeah.
You know how your heart is to do.
Imagine losing really most of your life savings.
And then someone tells you, pray for Hushpuppi. If I slap you.
Wow.
Pray for Hushpuppi. Are you okay?
I saw a tweet of that. I saw a tweet of that.
Pray for
and then someone said, you dement.
You're mental. You're not okay. You're not, something is intrinsically wrong with you.
So, but I actually was wondering how it went on for so long undetected.
No, they were tracking him.
I actually thought about that.
They were tracking Baba.
They were tracking him, but I'm just like, but he was always lavish.
You know, they have been investigating him in the last 4 months.
Okay.
They have been watching his moves, tracking his every move.
Do you know interesting? Just I want to show you, if we have time, man. His Instagram page, his last post. And this is the thing about life. We've spoken about social media and how you should not allow things to affect you. Look at Hushpuppi's last post. May success and prosperity not be a once upon a time story in your life.
That's what he
Thank you, Lord, for the many blessings in my life. Continue to shame those waiting for me to be shamed.
Wow.
I don't know if you can see it. You see.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's some hidden between the lines.
If you can get to. You see, you do something and then you now start thanking God. 1.9 million people. A total of over 169 billion naira.
I mean.
Oh, goodness me.
And then the person will now come on this and quote and pay God is God. So you don't go on social media. When you see social media, you can't see my post, how Mike is balling, living life. But that's social media. Everybody, you don't compare highlights. I mean, he will quote the Bible and somebody, Baba, let me even look at comments.
Look at comments.
You see some celebrities now. You see some, they'll be there and say,
wait. Are there
may God, look at this one. May God protect you in this hard time.
Wow.
There are some words I cannot say here to you.
and then,
may God protect you in this hard time.
And then, Mike, you see comments of God when? God when?
No, God when? When will my own? When will
I know some sharp people.
And then you see some.
I'm going to delete their own comments. I'm just looking for all of them. They are coming. Look at now.
So this is a message to some people now. So before you make comments on some people's pages, be very careful. The Dubai police said they had been watching his social media. How do you know they're not even following up on some people's comments? Do you understand? No, think about it. They're thinking about people. They're linking things, linking contacts, linking.
See, my point is that just my final word for this thing. For those of you that are saying pray for Hushpuppi, those of you that are saying those things,
Mike.
Yes, it's better just give me.
Mike, it's okay. It's okay.
The Lord will prosper them in these hard times.
They will dupe you. You that is saying they should pray for, they will dupe you.
Mike, calm down.
Well, for what we know, the way they cut
So we will definitely be looking out for your comments on this particular matter. Just make sure you use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC on social media. We'll be reading them out a bit later on. Stay with us. It's Friday, and Friday rocks because it symbolizes the end of the work week and kickstarts the weekend.
Of course, now things actually look miraculously a lot brighter. And Friday, as you realize that it's only a couple of hours until you get that deserved break from the hustle. I mean, if it's Lagos, I know that the hustle and bustle, well, weekend for some people is not, it's time for more hustle, but then for some of us and some other people, it's time to rest. Welcome. This is the second lap on Wake Up Nigeria. We still have so much in store for you. Stay with us till the very end.
It's very important.
Now, at this point, we urge you to remain committed to your personal safety. It's in your hands. Now, if you have to be up and about, get a face mask, a sanitizer, and all that you need, a face shield. Now, it's not...
They talked about
the
that
face shield
yesterday.
alone
It's
is not optimal, it's not enough. But with a mask and all that, then your face shield goes. I am Mike Mesikenor.
And I'm Titi Oyinsan. Remember, you can stream this show live at tvcentertainment.tv and, of course, Facebook at TVC Connect.
You can also watch via app, stream via app to download on Android and iOS and watch us anywhere around the world.
Yeah, so as long as you have the app on your handheld devices, you'll be able to watch. But then, of course, you can use YouTube as well.
Yeah,
if you
YouTube.
want to catch up on past episodes. There have been so many fun episodes, interviews.
And segments, interviews and all of that.
Amazing stuff.
YouTube, TVC Entertainment. Yeah, that's it. Just go on YouTube and just type TVC Entertainment and we'll pop out.
Yeah, so make sure you subscribe and you'll get all those notifications as soon as we post. When it comes to Instagram, we're going to be on Instagram Live today.
Today, yeah.
At 2:30 p.m.
Yvonne Jegede is going to be our guest today. Wake Up Nigeria Extra.
Yeah.
30 minutes with her. Send in your questions. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Let's know what you would want to ask out when you're also live. We'll do our best to take questions. We don't do so much, but hey, come on.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun today.
There's so much to talk about, though.
Yes,
wow,
there is.
so much. Yeah?
Now, hey.
Making those skits, though, the amount of effort.
I wish we had more time to talk about the Ikorodu boys. Because I remember when we brought them here.
Oh, we're going to talk about them on Entertainment News. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember when we brought them here when they were not, they were known, but they were not as known. I mean, this is last year. It was last year. Yeah. But now, you see something in this life.
No, I think it was 2018. Though.
It was 2018.
Oh, so that means we got them even earlier.
We brought them really early.
You see something about this life. They put up that video. A lot of video, when you see Ikorodu boys, the moment Chris Hemsworth retweeted. So Netflix, first of all, retweeted.
Yes.
What?
That's what Netflix
yes.
did.
Netflix did
It
that.
didn't just calm down for like some hours. Nothing happened. Then immediately Chris Hemsworth just said, what was his word? I think
He said, wow.
he said something about,
Yeah.
there was an exclamation.
No,
Dope.
no,
Yeah.
Dope.
Something like dope. And then Netflix now retweeted what he now said.
Hey.
And then the
next thing,
Russo
Ice
brothers.
Cube
Oh, okay.
now retweeted. That video has 7.5 million views
Wow.
on Twitter alone.
Wow.
And then the Russo brothers just said, Ogbeni, we're inviting you to Extraction 2
Premiere.
premiere
Premiere.
in Hollywood.
Goodness me.
Ikorodu boys.
We yellow.
But great. I mean, these guys are using everything you see by the side. All right? But then, hey, come on, we'll talk more about them when it comes to entertainment news. But now, it's time for the news and Ibrahim. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How about you?
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're
So
good,
which boys do we call you? Where do you belong? TVC boys.
Ogba boys.
Who? What do you say? Me? VGCO? But don't try us. Oh, no, Chevron area. That's where we born.
All right, straight to the news. More tributes are pouring in for Senator Abiola Ajimobi. Governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State described the death of former governor of Oyo State, Abiola Ajimobi, as not only shocking but devastating to our dear nation. It says his death came calling when we needed him the most. He added, quote, on behalf of my family, government of Kano State and the good people of Kano State, I'm sending our condolences to the family of our late respected and respectful in-law, the government and people of Oyo State over this unbearable demise of the former governor of Oyo State, Abiola Ajimobi. President Muhammad Buhari, who also commiserated with the family of Senator Ajimobi, said Mr. Ajimobi was steadfast and consistent in his progressive views and worked assiduously for the creation of the All Progressives Congress. President Buhari believes he left the world at a crucial moment when the party and the country needed his counsels to heal and grow, noting that his absence will be sorely felt by all associates, particularly in the APC. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has also described the death of the former governor as a great loss to his family, the people of the Oyo State and the country as a whole. Governor Sanwo-Olu added that Senator Ajimobi was a distinguished Nigerian who bestrode the economic and political space of the country like a colossus. He made his mark in the corporate world before venturing into politics. Plateau State Governor and Chairman, Northern Governors Forum, Samuel Along, also described Mr. Ajimobi as a man of integrity who served the people of Oyo State and Nigeria with excellence. The release also extolled the sterling leadership qualities of late Ajimobi and his role in the formation of the All Progressives Congress. A national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, also mourns the former governor, describing him as a dedicated friend, brother and ally. The national leader of the APC added that Nigeria has lost an outstanding statesman and one of its most able politicians. And to our coverage of the coronavirus pandemic, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control reported 594 new cases of COVID-19 in 22 states overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 22,614. Of the 594 new cases, Lagos recorded the highest figure with 159 new cases, followed by Delta with 106, Ondo 44, the FCT 34, Oyo and Kaduna recorded 32 new cases, Enugu 28, Katsina 25, Imo 22, Adamawa 15, Ogun 12, Osun 11, Abia 8, Rivers has 6, Nasarawa, Bauchi and Niger each had 5 new cases, while Kebbi had 4, Ekiti 3 and Plateau and Taraba each had 1 new case. A total of 7,822 people have been discharged, while 549 people have died from COVID-19 related complications. Governor Godwin Obaseki is the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party for the September governorship election in Edo State. Earlier, all other aspirants for the governorship ticket of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State stepped down for Governor Godwin Obaseki. After the conclusion of the primary, Governor Godwin Obaseki was declared winner. He polled a total of 1,952 votes. An hour after the caretaker committee of the APC left the national secretariat of the party, where the chairman said he has come to manage crisis, the team that formed the National Working Committee has rejected the entire resolution of the National Economic Executive meeting. A statement signed by Hilliard and Waziri Bulama said the meeting was wrongly convened by Victor Giadom, and he has no authority whatsoever to act in that capacity. The statement cited relevant section of the Constitution of the APC that spelled out who can legally convene a meeting of the National Executive and the duration of notice. While the National Working Committee is studying the matter, it says consultations will continue on the next line of action. It urges members to remain calm. More Nigerians stranded outside the country are still returning home. This time, 167 Nigerians from South Africa stranded by the coronavirus lockdown have arrived home on a flight from Johannesburg. The 167 evacuees all tested negative before being evacuated. They will now proceed on 14 days self-isolation as mandated by the NCDC, Ministry of Health and Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. And that's the news update for now. The new program continues.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. It's about time for us to take a look at the headlines in the dailies once again on Wake Up Nigeria. Now, we start with The Guardian newspaper this morning. It says here, APC may disintegrate. Buhari warns, sacks NWC. How Buni governors outplayed Tinubu. And it also says here, presidency explains national leaders' absence. INEC blasts lawyers over conflicting court orders. Party chieftains, others hail committee's dissolution. And court okays Ize-Iyamu's membership as hundreds dump party for PDP. It also says here, COVID-19 disruptions may raise cancer, HIV, TB cases, deaths globally. Oyo ex-governor Abiola Ajimobi dies at 70. Lagos APC mourns. Federal government delighted as Ghana offers to rebuild diplomatic structure. Gunmen kill police officer, 7 civilians in Katsina Plateau. And in the photo story there, it says President Muhammadu Buhari right there in the center Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, and others at the emergency virtual meeting of the National Executive Committee of the All Progressives Congress. That was at the presidential villa in Abuja yesterday. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
And on the cover of the Daily Trust this morning, APC crisis, Oshomole's camp mulls court action as Buni takes charge. Our party heading for collapse, says Buhari. Lawyers defer on NWC dissolution. How will run party? Yobe State Governor. ITA suspended. And also here we have confessions of Adogi's serial baby rapist, and that's on page 7. Bandits attack 2 Katsina villages, kill 7. Police make mockery of anti-torture law, says Amnesty International. And it's been 2,266 days since Chibok schoolgirls were abducted.
Yeah.
And that you can find on Daily Trusts.
Thank you so much, Emem. And with that, yep, we need to head for a quick break, and we'll have so much more coming your way in just a minute. We still have a few minutes to take some more headlines.
Yeah.
And the Nation newspaper, I'm always eager to read this particular cover because of the breakdown on coronavirus global cases. But it says here, APC NWC, how Buhari ambushed NEC members. President's proposals endorsed without room for debate. Sacked National Exco members, more legal option. 17 banks to restructure. Over 32,000 loans. That's what I feel like saying. Yeah, I don't know. 17 banks. I need to go and check all my accounts. At the top of the page there, Hushpuppi swindled victims of 160 billion naira. Scammed 1.9 million people, say Dubai police. It also says here, community policing kicks off in Lagos. 3 committees named. And sadly, Ajimobi dies at 70. Buhari governors, others mourn ex-Oyo governor. And Tinubu pays tributes. The global cases of the COVID-19 pandemic stand at 9,658,145 cases at the time of this report. And so far, edging so close to 500,000 there. 488,156 people have died of COVID-19 related complications. In Nigeria, the COVID-19 cases stand at 22,614 cases, and the death toll is now 549. I always want to read that out for those who, for some reason, think that the numbers are not increasing.
Yeah, but I also, some of the papers have conflicting reports on the cases worldwide. For example, Punch here has 9,684,960 people.
So I did say as at the time of this report, so maybe as at the time that this was logged, that was the number.
Okay.
You know?
All right, moving on to the Punch newspaper, we have Oshomole-backed NWC, dares Buhari, says NEC meeting illegal. APC picks Yobe governor as caretaker head, Oyetola Namani, others as members. We are consulting our lawyers, stakeholders on next line of action, sacked ESCO. Decisions not meant to whittle down Tinubu's influence, says caretaker panel chair. And here we have APC writes INEC fixes July 20 for Ondo Governor Primary. And you can find that on page 2 of the papers. And judge knocks EFCC over unreliable evidence, frees OAU ex VC and Busser. Here we have flight resumption, Air Peace flies 25 empty planes to Abuja. Others. Police squeeze the bench over rape allegation, and that's on page 41 of the Punch newspaper. Also here we have Edo PDP primary. Obaseki returned unopposed. faces Ize-Iyamu in September poll. And at the top of the paper here, we have Nigeria faces worst recession in 40 years. And you can find that on page 23. Balara-based troops served as escorts for Wadume, says Hamisu's kinsman. Hushpuppi gang defrauded 1,926,400 persons, raked in 168 billion naira, says Dubai. And here, Ajimobi loses COVID-19 battle at 70. Buhari, others mourn. And all of this and more on the cover of the Punch newspaper.
I have the Daily Sun here. I hope we have enough time for the Daily Sun here. It says, COVID-19 claims another big fish. Ex-Governor Ajimobi. Fayemi, Makinde, Northern governors, others mourn. Nigeria on brink of severe recession, World Bank warns. It says, Imo government demolishes Okorocha's tunnels. It also says here, end of road for Oshomole. Ex-Edo governor loses out as APC NEC dissolves NWC, appoints Yobe governor acting chairman. We will challenge action in court, Oshomole's supporters say, and how he met his Waterloo. I'll wrap with this one. Military apologizes to Nigerians over insecurity. Vows to flush out terrorists, bandits, others. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Sun.
And we have time
And
for
that's
one
all we have time for, it
Okay,
seems.
great.
Fitness segment is up next. Enjoy. It does seem like the papers have quite a lot of headlines, and you know,
So
it is really
the Daily
sad.
Sun is next, right?
I actually took the Daily Sun at that point, but we were
okay.
about to take Nigerian Tribune, I believe.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune this morning, with dissolution of NWC, APC 6, redemption, and that's on page 3. And here we have a picture of the late ex-Oyo State Governor, Ajimobi, dies at 70. Buhari, Makinde, Tinubu, Akala, governors mourn. Oyo to fly flag at half-mast. And on page 12, 13, and 14, in my family, I am the first male to clock 70, says Ajimobi. And also here we have in Edo, it is Obaseki versus Ize-Iyamu again. And INEC asks MBA to prioritize country's interests above individual wants. And up here at the top of the papers, we have Dubai police say Hushpuppi gang defrauded 1,926,400 people. 168 billion naira cash seized from him.
Those numbers just keep blowing your mind. Speaking of, the numbers that I'm hoping to bring down are, my calorie numbers, and this fitness segment should help with that, especially since it's all about dance.
When was the last time you walked out, Titi?
Hi, now it's been an enthralling 2 hours filled with positive vibes all around.
Now you've missed quite a whole lot if you're just tuning in. Well, but then we still have 45 minutes to go, so you get the hang of, you get some of the fun we've been having so far in the show.
Now, we have a special guest joining us on the show very, very soon. Now, if you need to step out, just make sure you stream the show live so you don't miss it. Just go to tvcentertainment.tv and, of course, facebook.com/TVC Connect. My name is Titi Oyinsan.
Mike Mesikenor is mine. You can also stream on our app. Of course, go to Android and Play Store and download the app and watch anywhere around the world. If you have to go out, remember your face mask and, of course, your hand sanitizers.
Now, if you forgot your face mask, please go back. Stop by the door there. I'm talking to you. You, stop, go back, go and get your mask. We have some more exciting videos on YouTube. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, TVC Entertainment. for all the latest updates on all the new stuff. And of course, things we even talked about today are going to be there, uploaded today as well.
Definitely, you have to join us today later on 2:30 p.m. Wake Up Nigeria Extra. We have Yvonne Jigget in the house. We'll be talking to her. Send us questions on social media. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, what you might want us to ask her. And also, even during the show now, you can also send in your contributions to what we've spoken about. Also, use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
By now, you must have seen different versions of the Don't Leave Me challenge. Now, joining us today, we have one of the originators of this global challenge, the one and only Josh Too Fun. All right, final lap of the show. And yes, as Emem said earlier, it's game day. We're trying to bring things back to normal in the Wake Up Nigeria.
Yes, we are.
Not excited as a game.
Game.
Because of the game.
Game?
Both of them know music, man. Well, we'll get to that one.
Well, when we get there,
Speaking of
Michael
music,
surprised us,
speaking of music, there was something we didn't have time to talk about in the entertainment segment earlier. Tubaba gets major United Nations appointment. Now, Nigerian music legend Tubaba, also known as Two-Face Idibia, has been appointed as a United Nations Refugees Goodwill Ambassador. It was made known by the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees on Tuesday via its verified Instagram handle. Tubaba, whose real name is Innocent Idibia, was appointed because of his commitment and devotion to the welfare of refugees and internally displaced persons. We're so excited to share the news that at official Tubaba has been appointed as Goodwill Ambassador. That was the post. Tubaba, your steadfast commitment. They said steadfast commitment for refugees, and it's all about all the work he's done for internally displaced persons as well. Tubaba.
Kudos to him. Yeah, congratulations. I really hope that in the nearest future we don't hear there's no scandal, and then people would now start to go on social media and start to tag all of the brands that has endorsed him for him to be let off.
We know how his own scandals are. His own scandals are not this kind of scandals.
It's so hard to find an artist, celebrity that is completely without, vices or faults. But just pray that the ones that you find are not so bad at a point. But let's take the news update now. Ibrahim, it's all yours.
Welcome to the news again. More tributes are pouring in for Senator Ajimobi. Governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State described the death of the former governor of Oyo State, Ajimobi, as not only shocking but devastating to our dear nation. It says his death came calling when we needed him the most. He added, quote, "On behalf of my family, government of Kano State, and the good people of Kano State, I am sending our condolences to the family of our late respected and respectful in-law, the government and people of Oyo State over his unbearable demise of the former governor of Oyo State, Ajimobi." President Muhammad Buhari, who also commiserated with the family of Senator Ajimobi, said he was steadfast and consistent in his progressive views and worked assiduously for the creation of the All Progressives Congress. President Muhammad Buhari believes he left the world at a crucial moment when the party and the country needed his counsels to heal and grow, noting that his absence will be sorely felt by all associates, particularly in the APC. Lagos State Governor Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu has also described the death of the former governor as a great loss to his family, the people of the Oyo State, and the country as a whole. Governor Sanwo-Olu added that Senator Ajimobi was a distinguished Nigerian who bestrode the economic and political space of the country like a colossus. He made his mark in the corporate world before venturing into politics. Plateau State Governor and Chairman Northern Governors Forum, Samuel Along, also described Mr. Ajimobi as a man of integrity who served the people of Oyo State and Nigeria with excellence. The release also extolled the sterling leadership qualities of late Ajimobi and his role in the formation of the All Progressives Congress. And the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, also mourns the former governor, describing him as a dedicated friend, brother and ally. The national leader of the APC added that Nigeria has lost an outstanding statesman and one of its most able politicians. Away from that, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control reported 594 new cases of COVID-19 in 22 states overnight, taking the country's total number of cases to 22,614. Of the 594 new cases, Lagos recorded the highest figure with 159 new cases, followed by Delta with 106, Ondo 44, the FCT 34, Oyo and Kaduna recorded 32 new cases, Enugu 28, Katsina 25, Imo 22, Adamawa 15, Ogun has 12, Osun 11, Abia 8, Rivers 6, Nasarawa, Bauchi and Niger each had 5 new cases, while Kebbi had 4, Ekiti 3, and Plateau and Taraba each had 1 new case. A total of 7,822 people have been discharged, while 549 people have died from COVID-19 related complications. And out of politics, Governor Godwin Obaseki is the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party for the September governorship election in Edo State. All other aspirants for the governorship ticket of the People's Democratic Party in Edo State stepped down for Governor Obaseki. After the conclusion of the primary, he was declared winner. He polled a total of 1,952 votes. Hours after the caretaker committee of the APC left the national secretariat of the party, where the chairman said he has come to manage crisis, the team that formed the National Working Committee rejected the entire resolution of the National Executive Meeting. A statement signed by Hiladeta and Waziri Bulama, and the meeting was wrongly convened by Victor Giadom, as he has not authority whatsoever to act in that capacity. The statement cited relevant section of the constitution of the APC that spelled out who can legally convene a meeting of the National Executive and the duration of notice. While the National Working Committee is studying the matter, it says consultations will continue on the next line of action. It also urges members to remain calm. More Nigerians stranded outside the country are still returning home. This time, 167 Nigerians from South Africa stranded by the coronavirus lockdown have arrived home on a flight from Johannesburg. The 167 evacuees all tested negative before being evacuated. They will now proceed on 14-day self-isolation as mandated by the NCDC, Ministry of Health and Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. And that's the news today on Wake Up Nigeria. Bye now.
Us. And okay, so let's get your reactions on social media. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. There's a video that okay, so this was you did the Don't Rush challenge though.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you also did the Don't Rush challenge, right?
Well, I did, but I didn't post it.
We didn't see it.
We didn't post it.
Okay, all right. But let's get your reactions on all that we've been talking about, from Hushpuppi and all the rest. Let's know what you think about everything. And also Kodu boys, who we're talking about earlier, who are doing so well on social media. We're quite very proud of them. They should be in Hollywood, of course, for the premiere of Extraction 2, which is quite a great one. Yeah. Someone, I'm checking it now, someone said something about, made mention what Titi said concerning this, but I don't know if you can see this Don't Rush challenge.
Yeah, the Don't Rush challenge.
There's a Don't Rush challenge for Hushpuppi.
Yeah.
So this one was edited. This one was edited. He did his Don't Rush challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did his Don't Rush challenge. So let's see if we can get to see it. And quite a very interesting one. Just let you know that last the end doesn't always justify the means. Okay. All right. This is how it goes.
Yeah. So he had the.
This is Big Papa.
Yeah. His own Don't Rush challenges.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I
see
didn't
one
see
more
that
time.
coming.
Really,
See that last one. See that last one. Just see the last one. Just see the last one.
Someone edited this. Wow. Someone actually edited that. Oh,
That's the last one.
social media.
And to think that we're actually making fun of him this way.
Social
right?
media.
Fun or whatever, man. The point is this. Look, someone this Fox Hunt 2 was still, Fox Hunt 1 was a set of Nigerians too. Someone says, yesterday, we're talking about internet businesses and how much because of COVID-19,
Yeah.
a lot of businesses are now on the internet. That means
Yes.
that, you understand, but we are restricted when it comes to trading with the rest of the world. These are the things that make it harder and harder every single day.
And it also makes it harder for even Nigerians in the diaspora to do, businesses without people looking at them, as
Nigerian.
or looking at them as fraudsters. It's actually
It's
this
sad.
so much. It's
Yeah.
really sad, and it's so much. And let's not even forget that there are a lot of young people who are also even going into fraud.
Because of the image
exactly
that's being flaunted
that's
on social
on
media.
social media.
Yes.
Do you understand? And some people may use it, may use the high unemployment rate as an excuse to want to make monies. But please don't do fraud.
So, and the issue...
It's wrong.
Yeah, some people now
Destroys
talk about that.
lives.
That if you
People's
do
life
fraud,
savings.
they say if you do fraud, don't post it. Oh, guys, don't post it, don't do.
Don't do it.
That the freeze is also trendy, and this is the reason why it's trendy. Let me just get one tweet why the freeze is trendy. It says, if you to abuse RCCG and Winners Chapel, that the freeze would have been everywhere today, dancing and singing like Dino Melaye. Today is silent. Not even a single condemnation of fraud. And this is at I Am Ruvafe says, let it be on record that Daddy Freeze, who goes about criticizing everyone, gave Hushpuppi a platform to showcase his ill-gotten wealth and even talk down on hard-working men and women. It is also on record that Daddy Freeze ate from the proceeds of Hushpuppi's crime, literally. Yes, which he did. Wow. Which he did. He was there eating the food there.
Does that make him a fraudster as well?
No, we don't say making him a fraudster, but the point is that Baba was there. So look at this video, right? They made fun.
Yeah.
They laughed at people. I mean, Hushpuppi made mention that he pays his driver more than a local government chairman, and they made fun like, your father can come and work for Hushpuppi and all that. That was bad. That was
really
distasteful.
bad.
That was in bad taste.
Yeah.
And so that kind of thing, of course they'll come for him, and he kept quiet about everything. Of course they'll come for you. I mean, for most of us, it's still hard to fathom that 1.9
million people.
So that's some people's life savings. Some people have worked for years and years to make that kind of money, blood, sweat, and tears, money that could have been used for their children's education, children's university, build their own houses, has been defrauded of them.
See this one. Let's just read this one before you make it. This is from our favorite online doctor, Dr. Olufumilayo. Says that the freeze will drag pastors for fraud. Same person in this video laughing at Hushpuppi. We must drag fraudsters, whether pastors, politicians, or Yahoo boys. Since all of you are scared, I'll help you say it. That the freeze is a complete disgrace.
I want to laugh, but I'm so pained for those people that lost so much money. I'm so pained. As Mike said, you know how it feels when you even lose your phone, or even, maybe part of your property was stolen, or even somebody just picks your pocket of 20 naira. You feel it. Imagine millions being defrauded of people. I can't even laugh at it anymore. It's so painful. And now where are those monies going to go? Are there evidence?
And now Dino put up a post and said, the people you are with.
And not a reflection of who you are. No. He put up a picture of him and Hushpuppi. And then he said that, the people who you're with at the time are not a reflection of who you are. And, true, but then there's no way, like they say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
So it seems it's time for us to speak with our guest for today. We have the amazing Josh Too Funny. Are you online? Hi. Hi. Why are you looking at me?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, I'm online.
You have some words of wisdom for us.
Hello, I can hear you.
Josh Too Funny.
Anybody.
Good morning. How are you
I
doing?
can't see anybody.
So we can see you live. We can see you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Josh Too Funny. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, okay.
Okay. You look like you have some words of wisdom for us.
What are the words of wisdom you have?
The way
for
you're
us?
looking is like you have some words of wisdom for us.
My wisdom, I posted last night. It's busting my brain.
All right. As there's something online, there's a trend that started online about, how well the the challenge has done and how you should be credited as the originator of the challenge. In fact, some people were tagging on TikTok. The challenge is set to be one of the highest, if not the highest challenge.
Over 300.
Yeah, and all of that. What do you feel about that? Would you credit yourself, first of all, would you credit yourself as being the originator of the challenge?
Very
Josh?
well, I'll credit myself for being the originator because I'm the originator of the challenge.
Okay.
Everything started from my video that I posted March 24th this year. Yeah, so from there, was from my video it started, and right now the whole world is on it. So yeah.
So, okay, these ideas that you come up with, so this challenge has gone worldwide. This particular idea, can you explain to us how you came about it and what you hoped to achieve by doing this particular one?
Okay, it wasn't like I deliberately came up with the challenge. I was always doing my videos of think about it, and I was posting it. So I started adding word puns to it, P-U-N. Word
Puns.
pun.
True.
And I started adding to them. So I now, yeah. So I now did one on the 24th of March when I was playing with Leave. I say I stood on the leave. I'm like, I'm on leave. Then at the end of the day, at the end of the video, my hype man, fellow Creb, was shouting, "Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Don't leave me!" So, like leave, like L-E-A-F. So when I posted that one, a lot of people did their own version. You understand, like normal. But there was this guy from Zimbabwe that did his own, and he was shouting, "Don't leave me! Don't leave me!" That was kind of funny, you understand? And I guess that was what got people's attention, you understand? And a lot of people were not doing their own, and that's how it became a trend. So I didn't deliberately, it didn't even start from me, it didn't even start trending from my own video, you understand? My own was just normal, but it was that guy's video that actually took it around the world, you understand? But still, it was my idea, it was my stuff. So it feels good to see everybody doing what she started and the whole world, like not just Nigeria right now. Because last year, I had a trend that went viral. Oh my guys, Ebola, if you can remember well. Like it was almost this big. It was like a global trend too, but it was not like this. So yeah, it's a wonderful feeling actually.
All right. So there's been a calling for Ellen DeGeneres to have you featured on her show. How do you feel about that though? I mean, if it happens, it could happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. It's a good thing to be on Ellen's show, and I'll really be happy if it happens. I'm praying it happens. Actually.
Okay, yeah. We can see you in the studio there. Are you working on something?
Oh, and no. This is where I do my shows.
Where you do?
Nice.
Where you do your what? Your shows?
This is where I do my shows.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
My producer is never around. My TV shows, interviews, and stuff. Yeah.
All right. So Josh, when you started this some years back, everybody had different opinions of you wearing women's outfits, tying your hair, and also the way you sing in some of your videos. Everybody had their own opinion, and nobody really thought it was going to, go so far. But now, what is the next level for Josh Too Funny? It's one thing to trend online, but where do you believe this can go? Where can this take you to next?
I don't know. Like, I didn't even see this coming. I didn't see myself coming this far, you understand? And I was just vibing. I was just doing what I loved. I was just having fun. But I was doing very well. Like, I've never been static I've always been dynamic, bringing new stuff, bringing new characters. Like I'm like the only comedian in Africa that has over 8 to 10 characters, and they're all doing well, at least. You understand? So I don't know what's going to happen next. Like I shock myself also. I I don't plan for what happens. You understand? So what is nothing that is moving me will still move me to something great. And I don't know. Everybody just keep their hands crossed, including me. Keep your fingers crossed for what I will bring. Even me, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for what I will bring because I don't know. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, Josh.
Thank
you very
much,
Thank
Josh,
you. It
for
was great.
joining us this morning.
It was great talking to you, and here's wishing you the best in the future. Thank you.